The goal is not to be successful and famous.
Right.
That's not the goal. The goal is, if you have a specific God-given ability, is to live your life out through that, one. And two, we have a responsibility to push the conversation forward until we're all equal. Until we're all equal in this place, because until everyone's free, no one's free. And that's just the fact. You have to educate your children on the world as it exists today and how it got to that space. But my child doesn't need the same tools that I needed growing up. I needed certain tools to survive my area that my child doesn't need. They've grown up in a different environment. But also they have to know their history, have a sense of what it took to get to this place, and have compassion for others. The most important thing, I think, out of all this is to teach compassion and to identify with everyone's struggle and to know these people made these sacrifices for us to be where we are, and to push that forward for us. They'll be who they are, right? And it's just certain tools that you would hope for your child to have. You know, like, again, fairness and compassion and like empathy and a loving heart. And those things translate in any environment. Those are the main base things that you want. Well, for me, I would want my child to have. You know, to treat people as they are, no matter who they are, no matter where they sit in the world. Not to like be super nice to someone who has a high position or mean to someone who they deem to be below them. I can't buy you love. I can't show it to you. I can show you affection, and I can, you know, I can express love, but I can't put it in your hand. I can't put compassion in your hand. I can't show you that. So the most beautiful things are things that are invisible. That's where the important things lie. You can't have a solution until you start dealing with the problem. What you reveal, you heal. Right? If I have like a tumor and I ignore it, doesn't mean it goes away. I have to diagnose it first, no matter how it happens. If I get hit with a football and like, oh, I feel something there, and then I go to the doctor, it still happened. I grew so much from the experience. But I think the most important thing I got is that everything is connected. Every emotion is connected, and it comes from somewhere. And just being aware of it. Being aware of it in everyday life puts you at such an advantage. You know, you realize that, you know, if someone's racist toward you, it's not even about you. It ain't about you. It's about their upbringing and what happened to them and how they led them to this point. You know, most bullies bully. It's happened. Oh, you got bullied as a kid, so you're trying to bully me. I understand. And once I understand that, instead of reacting to that with anger, I can provide a softer landing. And maybe, oh man, are you okay? I was just saying, there was a lot of fights in our neighborhood that started with, what you looking at? Why you looking at me? You looking at me? And then you realize, oh, you think I see you. You're in a space where you're hurting and you think I see you, so you don't want me to look at you. You don't want me to see your pain. So you put on this shell of this tough person that's really willing to fight me and possibly kill me because I looked at you. Knowing that and understanding that changes life completely. The strongest thing a man can do is cry. To expose your feelings, to be vulnerable in front of the world. That's real strength. You know, you feel like you got to be this guarded person. That's not real. It's fake. You compartmentalize, right? So you can be inside your body and be happy, but at the core of it, something else is going on. Oh my goodness. Oh, the most beautiful things are not these objects. The most beautiful things are inside. The most beautiful things are the friendships I have really like golden friendships that, you know, most people don't have. You can have all the watches and paintings in the world. You don't have a friends like I have. The friendships I've acquired and the compassion and the person I've become. Like that's what this chapter is. When you have your own independence and you're bringing something to the table, you can ask for something. You can say it's not right and thing. You can ask for something until we come to the table as a collective with our own power base and our entertainment. That's our natural resource. Until we come to the table with our own, as well as other things, with our own power base, nothing will change. It will not change. You can talk. We can riot. We can rally. Nothing will change until we are providing a service, and we're not the entertainment. We're not. It's just not like I'll pay you, and then when you leave, I'll pay the next guy. We have to own. We have to own what we produce. Would you rather be an iconic figure for the rest of your life? A job I think people, again, we confuse the idea of having a job with fulfilling your purpose. Would you rather be a trend or you rather be Ralph Lauren? You know what I mean? Like, you rather be a trend or you rather be forever. I'm the person that looked at the Mona Lisa and be like, man, that's going to be cool in 40 years. I play forever. And so my whole thing is to identify with the truth, not to be the youngest, hottest, new, trendy thing. Open up dialogue. It's okay to think. It's okay to be smart. You know, there's a time where people was like, you talking white. It's like, what does that even mean? And I know words. Intelligence is not a tribute to color. Speaking like I know words, and it's okay, it's fine. I have an obligation to further the conversation in all ways. You know, our stature in America, our emotional maturity, and so on and so forth. It's humbling at the same time. It's like, you know, it's what you've been charged with in life. The best place in the, a hurricane is like in the middle of it. The best apology is change behavior, right? But change behavior, one. And then also you have to acknowledge. You have to acknowledge the pain. You have to let that person have their say. You have to get on the floor, get on the mattress, and you have to really work through it and really be honest. And no matter how many times, it takes a while. It's hard. It's very difficult. It's very difficult to hear, difficult to say. It's difficult to listen to that sort of pain. And you just have to be strong enough. You have to be strong enough to go through that, because on the other side is beautiful. You can be in love with someone. You can love someone and you're not. And if you haven't experienced love and you don't understand it and you don't have the tools to move forward, then you're going to have complications, period. And if you can either address it or you can pretend until it blows up at some point. The best place is right in the middle of the pain. And that's where we were sitting, and it was uncomfortable. And we had a lot of conversations. Really proud of the music she made, and she was really proud of the art I released. And at the end of the day, we really have a healthy respect for one another's craft. I think she's amazing. Most people walk away, and like divorce rate is like 50% or something, because most people can't see themselves. The hardest thing is seeing pain on someone's face that you caused and then have to deal with yourself. Most people don't want to do that. You don't want to look inside yourself, and so you walk away.